Drink water. Alright. So, do you have this problem in your life? Like, you can't organize yourself, you can't even imagine, like, you're a kid, your parents give you a bunch of things to do a list, and at the end, you just get yourself to do nothing, and you get deconcentrate, and you do something else, and you're like, oh, I forgot to do them. And you did forgot to do them, but you knew you had to do them, and every time you had to do them, you were like, I'll do it later, and like you can make yourself to do it. And we all had this problem at some point, but we all found like some solution, or we did not, and we're still stuck in this loophole of nothingness, doing nothing. And I was there. My parent, I don't know how much time when I was living at my parents' house, I didn't do what they asked me to do. Even they were yelling at me and telling me like, you don't do nothing, and that problem. And at some point, I found myself seeking a solution because I was diagnosed with the ADHD, and they gave me pills to try to solve this. But at the end of the day, I was like super angry for nothing. I had like this impulsivity that making me super angry. Like, people were walking in the house, I was like, stop walking in the house. And how this is supposed to make someone angry, someone else walking in the house, like, what's the problem there? And I was just finding myself going in my room and trying to isolate myself because I was feeling angry for nothing. So at some point, I wasn't comfortable taking these pills because it was making me angry. And my parents were like, why do you don't take your pills anymore? You need them for school, or else you're not concentrated. So if we go further than that, I've stopped taking them and I feel great now. Because no, I'm not going back to those medication because they're not meant for me. If you read the thumbnail and click on this video, it's about meditation. Meditation. Yeah, everybody hear about it, everybody know that it's good for us, but we're like, looks like a spiritual shit, but it's not. I'm telling you, like, a lot of people who are successful do meditation. I'm pretty sure about it, and I've seen some, and they talk about it, and you can go see them. They'll tell you do meditation because it's good for you. It's the thing. And meditation, it's not all about sitting there and concentrate, all about your breathing, all that. It's more like doing your antivirus in your computer, the Windows Defender. It do like it seek every information in the computer and do like a tree. It organize the thing and tell you what's good, what's been bad, what's been abandoned for a long time. Meditation is kind of the same thing. You go through your memories and you do like a cleanup. It makes you do a cleanup. You don't retain the things. So you meditate to not retain nothing and use like your brain for nothing. Because if you don't do like this cleanup, you'll get anxiety, and you'll get like weird feeling, and you won't be concentrated because you'll still think about it unconsciously. Like, you won't know why you can focus on thing, but you didn't do your cleanup. So how could you focus on something if your cleanup hasn't been done? It's kind of the point of it. And we're all supposed to do it, but we don't do it because we're all stuck on our phone now. We're all scrolling and scrolling, and that's even worse because now nobody can have a fucking attention span of more than 2 seconds because they're just in the infinite scroll all the time. It's really bad for your attention. Anyway, later in my life, I was introduced to meditation. I started doing it, and I was doing it like pretty often. That's something now I do pretty often, and that's what I've realized. Like, when you do meditation, you gotta take everything, every anxiety you have, everything, you put it in a box, you close it, you lock it with a big lock, and you put it on the side. Now you face it back way, you think about nothing. You breathe. Like after you've made like your clean up, your breathing, and you've been in the situation without your anxiety, without your problem, without your daily stress of whatever you did. If you can do at least 15 minutes of nothing, when you'll get back to reality, you'll do that clean up, that booting of taking the good, taking the bad, and do something with it, and delete the bad thing that you don't need anymore, you know. So that's why meditation is kind of really important to do. Start doing it. I've did it. Now I can focus a lot more on things. I can do my thing a lot faster. And now with this meditation planning, I guess like if you're interested in spiritual stuff, the more you do it, the more you get better at it, and the more you get access to things that you can't even imagine. If you're not interested, you don't have to do that. But personally, I tell you, it's important to meditate and get yourself straight. You gotta organize your mind by meditating. If you're not organized in your life, you don't have your thing like packed up real good, and you struggle to do that, that's your way to go. Meditate. Have a nice one.